Yeah.
Right, yeah, the length of the process, sure. Yeah. No, I don't. How long?
Okay.
Or he's going to do a white, like I would have April here, and he would the whole.
And it went all the way till.
But that was the airing of it.
Yeah. But he had audition time before that. You could say, you know, what was your whole timeline from the audition to the finale? But yeah. So what was it like to make it? What were your 2 highlights? I want to make sure we get that question. Is what was 1 or 2 highlights of the experience for you? And then by then, that's commercial. We need to, then I do. And then we'll need for you, make sure that we're out on commercial. So I can say we've got about 1 minute left with you, Chris, before we have to go to commercial, which we'll come back and we'll talk about your, you know,
what's next
for you. So that's going to be real critical today that we have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. So that'll be really important.
Well, this is also about his history too, though.
Yes. So do you want to start?
More his personal story or. Yeah.
So you do the intro and outro, Mel, when we come back.
The second one.
Yeah. And then do you want to just start with that question?
What's next? Sure.
And then I'll ask, you know, you've made trips to the Middle East to perform for, can you talk about your performance? So YouTube, hey, welcome. We are so excited. Tonight we are interviewing via Skype.
Yes. Chris Kroeze.
Chris Kroeze, the runner-up of the in the finale in The Voice.
Yes.
We've already kind of pre-Skyped with him, and we're so excited. What a great story for us in Wisconsin. So
it's bound to be a very interesting show tonight.
Yes.
We don't really know how this is going to go.
Well, and you know, he's got so much to talk about too, which is great. And someone who's already performed should make our interview questions easy. Okay, and then I'll ask the middle. Then you want to follow up with the. Oh, why don't you do the what did The Voice do for your career? Then I'll end with, well, what's next?
Okay.
And then that'll be kind of be the end, and then you do the outro.
And then where can people find your music?
Yep.
Make sure that's mentioned.
So, all right, and then, so we're off of YouTube, okay?
Hey, I'm Tracy Lawrence, and you're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community.
In our top story, the Tomah High School Wind Ensemble took part in the inauguration ceremony for the new governor, Tony Evers. We'll have details coming up in our broadcast. Welcome to your hometown news. I'm April Frelke.
And I'm Melissa Kay. We want to welcome our YouTube viewers in addition to our TV viewers. This week, along with local news, we'll be joined via Skype by Wisconsin native Chris Kroeze, who came in second place this past December in the 15th season of NBC's hit show, The Voice.
I'm excited for that interview.
I know, this is going to be interesting.
I mean, somebody that was on The Voice and has that much experience with music and his singing is phenomenal.
And he's an experienced performer because he's done a lot of performances. It sounds like this is what he does. So
this is his journey. So we are so excited. So our viewers have to make sure they stay tuned for that for sure.
Yes, indeed.
And we have our big Valentine giveaway details coming up.
Oh, yes, yes.
So, well, this week's Connect 24 is brought to you by Rudy Jensen in New Lisbon. The Tomah High School Wind Ensemble had the privilege of performing the pre-ceremony music at the January 7th inauguration ceremony for new governor of Wisconsin, Tony Evers. Around 50 students made the trip to Madison to play a three-piece set prior to the ceremony, and afterwards were seated in the rotunda where they watched the inauguration. Tomah High School band director Charles O'Brien said the wind ensemble was chosen for the honor after they were heard performing at a recent Milwaukee Bucks game, adding that when he received the phone call from the Evers transition team, it was, quote, the easiest yes ever. As for the students, O'Brien said the request to play was a reward for all of their hard work that they've put in. The band students of Tomah High School are hardworking musicians. I told them to cherish the moment and to enjoy performing, which they certainly did, O'Brien said, adding that the students performed at a high level and represented our community and state with pride. Well, congratulations, those students.
Yes, that was very exciting.
Honor.
Well, Tomah Memorial Hospital has reported its first recorded case of influenza, marking the start of the flu season in our area. Hospital infection preventionist Jan Path said the first case was right on track with what the hospital sees in a normal flu season. If you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, there's still time. The vaccine will help to shorten the duration and intensity of the illness should a vaccinated person come down with the flu. Path said this time of year, activities such as hand washing, exercising, eating a healthy diet, and getting plenty of rest can also help with the prevention of the influenza virus as well. But she urged people with chronic illness, senior citizens, and young children to seek medical attention if they suffer flu-like symptoms. While most cases of the flu occur between December and February, the flu season can extend into March and April. And we've seen a lot at the schools.
How are you feeling, Mel?
Oh, you know.
We're both at school. So.
Right.
Well, this week, Tomah Mayor Mike Murray, who is also the owner of the new Murray's on Main restaurant going up in downtown Tomah, gave a private tour of the new building to Tomah's Chamber and Visitor Center staff and board members. The building, which is going up where the old Teepee restaurant stood, is aptly being named the Teepee Building and will feature a banquet facility, retail and office space, and apartments in the addition to Murray's on Main restaurant and bar. The projected opening date for Murray's on Main is just around the corner, with staff planning to open the doors at the beginning of March. Those interested in renting the apartments in the new development can contact Kim Boyd using the information on your screen, and you can keep up with the progress of this new downtown development on the Murray's on Main Facebook page.
Well, I know there's a lot of excitement building about this new restaurant and building that's opening.
And it looks great. I mean, it physically is a nice, attractive building.
Absolutely is. Well, stop by Tomah's Neighbor for Neighbor food pantry today and purchase raffle tickets for your chance to win 4 field-level seats to the Brewers game during the 2019 season. The pantry will be selling only 300 raffle tickets for this drawing. Tickets are $10 each. Neighbor for Neighbor Director Doug Stoller said the Brewers will work with the raffle winner on what game they'd like to attend. And while we're on the topic of the Tomah Food Pantry, Stoller told his staff that if they met their 2018 fundraising goal, he'd wear a skirt to work. And on January 7th, he spent the day working in a kilt. The pantry was happy to announce that they raised $125,000 in 2018, which was just over 100% of their goal. Fundraising dollars cover the pantry's everyday operating expenses.
Wouldn't that be fun if you could bagpipe too with that kilt on?
Oh yeah, well that's fun.
Well, Great Rivers United Way is approaching the end of its annual campaign, but there is still time to get a donation in before January 31st deadline. Funds given to United Way are funneled back into the community through the organization's support of a variety of partners organizations, including the Salvation Army, Coulee Cap, Families First, and the Parenting Place, to name a few. Support dollars make a difference in the lives of people in our communities on a daily basis, and success stories abound, including the story of Tria Meyer, whose family is in a better place today because of the Parenting Place.
That's right, April. Tria, who immigrated here from Thailand at the age of 7, was diagnosed with postpartum depression following the births of her first and third children. Her doctor recommended United Way partner the Parenting Place, where Tria received support and parenting tips from the staff and formed relationships with other moms. She began feeling better almost immediately, and today Tria is more confident in her parenting skills, still goes to the Parenting Place once a week with her children, and tells every parent she meets about the impact of the organization and the support it provides. United Way donations support Great River United Way's partner organizations and help produce success stories in our communities, such as Tria's. You can help make more stories like Tria's possible with your support of the United Way. Donate today using the information on your screen.
That's a great story.
Yes.
Well, we've got the Valentine's giveaway.
Yes.
So last week we told you that we had a big announcement for this week's show about our 2019 Valentine's Day giveaway. And here it is. Between now and February 6th, we'll be entering our viewers and social media followers to win our giveaway package. valued at over $500. Here are the details. And this is what the winner will receive. 1, a Valentine's Day dinner for 2, complete with a bottle of wine at Kelly's Wood-Fired Bistro in Waniwak. 2, a one-night stay at the Fountain Chateau Bed and Breakfast in Hustler. 3, a custom pendant made by jeweler Kirk Bertram at Bertram's Jewelry Studio in Toma. 4, a bouquet of Valentine flowers from Silver Star Health in New Lisbon. And to add one more fun item, number 5, a 1-pound box of chocolates from Powers Gourmet Chocolates in Linden Station. So you can get entered to win by following our LYNXX24 Facebook page and commenting on our Valentine's giveaway posts. And for those watching LYNXX Live on either LYNXX24 or our YouTube channel tonight, comment on the channel or post on our Facebook page between now and the end of the show that you'd like to win the Valentine's package, and we'll be sure to get you entered in the giveaway drawing. We'll draw for the winner during our LYNXX Live on February 7th. So good luck, and what a package deal.
No kidding. It's hard to believe that Valentine's Day is just around the corner.
Yeah, it's almost a month away.
Wow.
Almost. What's today's January 10th? So
yeah, wow.
February 14th.
It's coming up fast.
Well, we need to take a short break. When we return, Chris Kroeze, the Wisconsin native who finished second on the 2018 season of NBC's The Voice, joins Mel and I via Skype. But first, here's a look at your 5-day forecasts.
You want it? We'll find it. You got it. Price match and relax. That's the Rudick Jensen deal, sealed with a platinum level membership. Oil changes, done. Tires, brakes, alignment, all done. Car wash, you got it. Rudick Jensen Auto Mall, New Lisbon. Check out our inventory online at rudickjensen.com.
If we were like most food companies, we would constantly be innovating with stuff like taco tubes, rainbow cheese, and I don't know, drone delivery. But at Organic Valley, we've been innovating food for 30 years with just a few simple ingredients, like sun, soil, rain, and grass. So you can do revolutionary things like cook with it and, you know, serve it to your family. Just honest to goodness organic food. Call us crazy, but it's working. Organic Valley.
My name is Cindy Zardi. I'm the District Administrator for the Toma Area School District. Toma Memorial Hospital is very important to the school district as they're a strong partner with us in preparing kids for their future. And in addition to that, because the hospital is an integral part of our community, it's a place where our graduates can come back to have good paying jobs in our community. Toma Memorial is dedicated to quality community care.
The people of F&M Bank have been serving Toma and the surrounding community for over 100 years. With 3 locations and a full suite of mobile services, we make doing business with us convenient and easy. Free bill pay, mobile app, remote deposit capture, even person-to-person payments. We also have loan and savings options, along with a complete lineup of business banking and cash management options. F&M Bank, banking solutions from people you trust.
Welcome back to LYNXX24. In December, Wisconsin native Chris Kroeze finished in the #2 spot out of 49 contestants who competed in the 15th season of the NBC's hit show, The Voice. Chris joins us via Skype to talk about the experience, his Wisconsin roots, and what's next. Welcome, Chris, to the LYNXX. We are so excited to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Chris, can we just start with how did you even get to audition for The Voice? Like, give us a little... How did you get on The Voice and what that was like for you?
You know, I'm not 100% sure on exactly how it happened. Someone sent in videos of me, and they emailed me and asked me to come out and be a part of the blind auditions. So I'm not really entirely sure. I didn't actually seek out and audition.
Wow, that's incredible. So you were sought out.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know how that happened, but one day I woke up and there I was.
Synchronicity, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Magic.
So you were in the blind interview, both Blake and Jennifer Hudson turned their chairs for you.
Yep.
How did you choose which one to take as a coach?
Well, going in, I mean, I just got lucky that Blake turned around, because going in, I mean, I knew that if Blake turned, I would want him as my coach, you know. And I don't know, it worked out that way. I wanted Blake from the start, and I was lucky enough to see him looking at me at the end of that.
Well, and how did you feel about his prediction that you would make it to the finale?
That's just crazy, you know. When he said that, I don't know, it felt weird. Yeah, it's just he's got a good prediction, I guess. I don't know how else to put it.
Well, were you nervous performing for the auditions? Was it better that they were turned away from you, or did that not make a difference?
Well, that whole process was so nerve-wracking, just because we were out in LA for a month before the auditions, and there was 107 of us there, and there's 48 people make teams, and so if those teams fill up before you get to audition, then you don't get to go. So you're not even sure if you get to do one, and then, you know, when that moment comes, you've been working on it for a month. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't nervous going out there, but I was playing and kind of looking off to my right, and when I looked back towards the front of the stage, then Blake was staring at me, and then it was a big adrenaline rush, and I don't know, chalk it up to muscle memory from there, because I don't remember it.
Chris, what was the song that you sang that got them to turn around to pick you?
That was Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through what was a typical week like for you while you were there performing on The Voice after you were picked?
You know, it was different right away. There was a lot more time in between, because the earlier episodes was pre-taped. So those we'd have a couple of weeks to work on what we were doing, and a typical week would be, you know, we'd go to wardrobe and they'd help us find clothes that look good for TV, I guess. That was actually pretty funny for me, because they had us bring in our suitcases, and everyone brought their suitcases in, and they were like digging through, looking through, like, okay, this is good, hanging stuff up, putting it in their racks, and then they opened my suitcase and just went, we'll go shopping. But yeah, it was just a lot of interviews and a lot of rehearsals with the band and vocal coaches and just all kinds of stuff.
Well, Chris, what was it like for you to be able to sing your song "Human"? That's the one you wrote too?
I actually didn't write it, but it was written for me by some writers out of Nashville, and to get to do that song was huge, because I'd had that song done prior to the show, and I wanted to release it, and you know, what better place to release a song than in front of millions of people on national TV. So yeah, just to get to be able to do that and have it so well received was incredible. You know, it's something that's mine and my style, and you know, just to get to put that out there on such a big platform was something I've never experienced before. Wow.
So what was the total length of this whole process for you, from kind of start to finish?
Just a bump over 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a long time.
So what are one or two of the highlights from this whole experience for you?
Well, definitely, you know, making Blake's team. That was a big moment. And, you know, probably there's so many. Just, you know, I met a ton of other singers and musicians, all the other contestants. You know, we lived in a hotel together for 6 months. So, you know, just meeting people who are, you know, going to be lifelong friends, and then getting to work with people like Blake Shelton and Keith Urban. I got to perform with the Doobie Brothers, which was a huge moment as well. Just, I don't know, there's too many to pick from.
Chris, I'm going to do a quick interruption there. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk with Chris more about his music and what's next for his career. So stay tuned.
The people of F&M Bank have been serving Tomah and the surrounding community for over 100 years. With 3 locations and a full suite of mobile services, we make doing business with us convenient and easy. Free bill pay, mobile app, remote deposit capture, even person-to-person payments. We also have loan and savings options, along with a complete lineup of business banking and cash management options. F&M Bank, banking solutions from people you trust.
The El Royale, Tahoe's best kept secret.
I need a room.
How lucky are you feeling tonight? Howdy. Here's the game. Do you want to be right or do you want to be wrong? Are you good or are you bad? Feel free to flip that if you need to make a decision. Sir, we have a problem. We're in a bit of a pickle here.
Bad times at the El Royale.
Rent now on LYNXX Networks, video on demand.
Tomah Homes, building quality Stratford homes. Country cottage. Wraparound porch. A kitchen that loves to be cooked in. A mudroom with a washer and dryer. Custom designs. Tomah Homes, custom homes built around your life.
Americans love their cars, but when accidents happen, trust Abra Auto Body and Glass. America's most recommended to get it fixed right the first time, on time. Whether paintless dent repair from those dings, dents, and hail damage, collision repair from that nasty rear ender, or glass repair from that pesky rock chip, you'll get the highest quality repair from quality professionals. Call Abra Auto Body and Glass in New Lisbon at 608-562-6500.
We're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you, us, and the community.
Yay! Welcome back to LYNXX 24. We're back with Wisconsin native Chris Kroeze, who last month came in second place on the 15th season of The Voice. Chris, we spent the last few minutes talking about your experience on The Voice, and we did have one question from Christy wanting to know if you still talk with Blake Shelton.
Yeah, we've been in touch. Not a ton, but definitely still a connection there. Yeah, I think we'll continue to be in touch for, as long as we can, I guess.
Well, that's awesome. I imagine he's pretty busy.
I think he's got a couple of things going on.
And Chris, another one of our YouTube viewers Rachel is asking from Spoontown. I think that's Spooner, right?
Yeah.
Do you stay in touch with the other contestants?
Yeah, quite a bit of them. Yeah. Yeah, I made friends with a lot of them. So, yeah, we definitely text back and forth and talk on the phone a little bit and stay in touch.
Wow. So let's go back just a little bit and tell us about growing up in northern Wisconsin and how that influenced your musical style.
I think my musical style came from, definitely growing up in northern Wisconsin definitely had an influence on it because I didn't have internet. We lived out in the middle of the woods and didn't have internet, YouTube, or anything like that. Didn't have cable. So my dad had this old drawer full of tapes, and pretty much what was in that drawer is my musical taste. There was, Hank Williams Sr., Willie Nelson, Nazareth, the band, AC/DC, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses, and Alan Jackson, Garth Brooks, all kinds of different stuff. So that's kind of how I formed my musical taste, was just what was available.
Okay. Chris, I asked you before the show real quick, you and I both know somebody from Barron, Wisconsin, Carl Olson.
Yeah.
And in your bio on your website, you kind of talk about your middle school. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about your journey, like playing your guitar, how your first kind of experience on stage?
Yeah, well, I started playing guitar when I was 6. I think the first time I played guitar on stage was like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Wow.
But the first time I sang in front of anybody, I was in 8th grade, and it was for the talent show for school. I was always terrified to sing in front of anybody, super shy about it. And I finally got the courage summoned up to go out there and do it in front of people, and it was well received, so I kept doing it.
Well, we have another question from YouTube. Bonnie wants to know, are you surprised at how fast your shows are selling out?
Definitely, yeah. I didn't quite expect that. The Barron show was sold out in minutes, and then you know, we announced another show the following weekend in Whitehall, Wisconsin, and that one also sold out in just a few minutes. Yeah, it's crazy to think about. That's a lot of people waiting for tickets. Super cool.
Well, as we're talking about how fast your shows are selling out, can you talk a little bit about what being on The Voice has done for your career?
You know, it's just it's gotten me. It's expanded a following that I've been building over the last few years. You know, I've had a strong following in Northwest Wisconsin for a few years now, and you know, I've been doing this a long time around here, and just all those people sharing everything, sharing all the videos and everything, getting everyone to vote, and just spreading that word. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of blew up. You know, there's a lot of people all over the place now that know who I am and know what I'm doing.
So what's next for you, and have you released any albums?
I haven't released anything since The Voice yet, but that's going to come out next month. I don't know the exact date yet, but definitely next month. And the first couple of things are the shows in Barron and Whitehall, and then I've got one at the Crystal Grand in the Wisconsin Dells. You know, it's going to be a lot of shows and a lot of traveling around, but a lot right here in Wisconsin and Minnesota. You know, just going to keep doing what I do, maybe just on a little bit bigger stage with a few more people paying attention.
Wow. Well, we really want to thank you, Chris, for taking time out of your schedule to be with us this week. And best of luck with your music career.
Thank you. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks. See ya. Well, we need to take a short break. When we come back, April and I will be filling you in on what's coming up in your community. Stay tuned.
The El Royale, Tahoe's best kept secret.
I need a room.
How lucky are you feeling tonight? Howdy. Here's the game. Do you want to be right or do you want to be wrong? Are you good or are you bad? Feel free to flip that if you need to make a decision.
Sir, we have a problem.
We're in a bit of a pickle here.
Bad times at the El Royale.
Rent now on LYNXX Networks, video on demand.
My name is Cindy Zardi. I'm the District Administrator for the Tomah Area School District. Tomah Memorial Hospital is very important to the school district as they're a strong partner with us in preparing kids for their future. And in addition to that, because the hospital is an integral part of our community, it's a place where our graduates can come back to have good paying jobs in our community. Tomah Memorial is dedicated to quality community care.
Some food companies put smiling cows and green pastures on their packaging, even if they're actually kept in confinement. Not cool. But at Organic Valley, we put smiling cows in our fields, where they belong. And to prove it, we put these fitness trackers on our cows, so you can actually count the steps they take in our green pastures. Turns out they take more steps than most people. Looking good, ladies! Letting cows be cows. Call us crazy, but it's working. Organic Valley.
You're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community.
She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little
Back to LYNXX 24. Here's a look at what's coming up in your community. Last week, we told you about a winter tracking program hosted by the New Lisbon Library and the Nisita Wildlife Refuge that has scheduled to take place this Saturday, January 12th at the City Hall in New Lisbon. Well, that is canceled, so anyone was planning, please note that it's canceled due to the government shutdown, and the Wildlife Refuge is currently not in operation. Organizers hope to reschedule this event in the future.
Well, and for all ice anglers out there, the second annual Lake Decorah Restoration Ice Fishing Tournament is taking place this Saturday, January 12th. The entry fee is $20 per person, and proceeds go toward lake restoration efforts. Event day registration will take place from 6 until 11 a.m., while the tournament will run from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. There are cash prizes for winners, and the event will include a beer tent, food, bonfire, and raffles. Organizers are encouraging participants to use extreme caution on the ice and to travel on foot only. No vehicles, including ATVs and snowmobiles, should be on the lake during the tournament. Everyone needs to be safe.
Absolutely safe. Well, the Blood Center of Wisconsin and Tomah Memorial Hospital are asking area residents to help meet a need for blood donations at the hospital's upcoming blood drive. The drive will take place from noon until 6 p.m. on January 25th at the hospital. Donors are strongly encouraged to register for a donation time online at www.tomahospital.org.
And finally, if you're looking for something to do indoors this time of year, head over to the Monroe County Local History Room in Sparta for a look at the Monroe County themed miniature train display. The 1950s themed model railroad depicts iconic Monroe County buildings and features 2 operating trains. The museum is open from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and admission is free. The display will be up throughout 2019.
What a fun interview with Chris.
That was so exciting.
Yeah.
And what an amazing launch for his career, and it'll be really neat to see what he does next.
And the serendipity of being asked to be on The Voice. What a great start for him.
Well, and we didn't even get to mention that he really makes an effort to travel over to the Middle East to sing for our troops and perform for them and bring them a little cheer from home.
Very important to him.
Yes, and that's very, very neat.
That's right.
He does that.
Well, thank you to Chris Kroeze for taking part in this week's show. Thank you to our sponsors, YouTube viewers, and all of you at home for tuning in to LYNXX 24, where we're connecting you
to the community.
Thanks for joining us.